Hello, good morning. Good morning. Sorry, ciao. Good morning from Thailand. How are you doing? It's just a bit hoarse there. Yeah, should I get my good la 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 before I start? Good morning, Sorry Cat from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's whatever. It's Saturday here in Thailand. Saturday morning, mid morning here in Thailand, about 10 o'clock. And yeah, so for instance, and it's we've had yeah. I hate this season. I really do. I hate it. 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 I'm sorry. I'm trying to be positive, and every day I be positive and su su, as they say in Thailand, su su. But every day I wake up and and I listen to, and I turn on the radio, and maybe it's not 115 APT. It's form. It's injuries. It's and now the devastating news that Kevin de Bruyne is leaving, and it is devastating. Just devastating. And I can't stand it. It really is. It's just one of those things which, and I would have been happy, but it would have been in, I don't know, when would I wouldn't have, later. What's it called? Not now. I'm trying to get a bit of su-su, and a bit of good feelings, good vibes, feeling of happy. We got this game today, tomorrow, for instance, and I'm trying to be su-su for that, and not to be unhappy and to feel good about, because we've just came off a what's it called, a run. We're coming off a win against Leicester, even though it was only 2 goals and we should have scored more, because it's from plus 17 now. We could have scored more in the second half, but we didn't. But it was a win, and we won against Bournemouth, and we're going to the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and we're in the for instance, we drew against Brighton, and what's it called? And we won Spurs. So we're in a bit of a form, and there's a bit of confidence going around. And of course, and again, and every time there's a up, there's always a down. And the down is Erling Haaland, for instance, getting going off injured, and you're like, oh, for flipping heck's sake, and oh god, and it's just, and then for instance, and then we go Leicester up, and then the down is Kevin de Bruyne is leaving. It's like, and it's like, oh gee whiz, and you got to put up with the biased media, and yes, I give out read out the names of some of the names, and there's a full multi-com. I know there's more of United fans who actually took what's it called? Comment and or present, or either presenters, commentators, either inject into TalkSport, etc. And they're all Man United fans, and and a lot of them are Man United fans. And I did bring out a list yesterday. So, for instance, and it was just and again, people say, well, why do you listen to that rubbish? My mate will say to me, why do you listen to that rubbish? Because I'm a sports fan. I love sports. I love sport. I like golf. I like American football. I like soccer. I like, I'm a sports guy, and sorry. And this is supposed to be the biggest sports radio station, and there's no alternative. There isn't. And, and you've got BBC 5 Live, but that's mostly, they don't do sports until, like today, for instance, they will probably start at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or maybe 1 o'clock or something like that, talking about sport. Other than that, they will be talking about other things, and they do it in the evenings, and so there's not a dedicated, they don't have a rival to it, so you got to listen to them. And on top of my Douyin is my Alexa, for instance, my refrigerator, and when I'm making dinner, that is when I turn on TalkSport. Maybe I'll listen to Jason Cundy and thingy. Well, about talks, about the sport. They kind of like are fairly okay. I'm okay to put up with them, and so I'm not highly critical of Manchester City. As that just popped out, but so it's just. But it's just, maybe you can see me, come on you, but it's just, sorry, oh yeah, yeah, lights just popped out, I hope you can see me, for instance, let's see if we can just put another light in. while I'm doing it. Yeah, so for instance, yeah, I mean, I'm actually inside again today, for instance, because it's the weekend, it's the Saturday, Sunday, and it's my neighbours are down from visiting his girlfriend, etc. And I've got no problem with it at all. But the problem is they can make a bit of noise, and it really is a bit of annoying. And so, for instance, but you live in a Thai area, what do you expect? And so it's just one of those things. It's just one of there you go. There we are. I'm back. Yeah, it's just one of those things. So I've got to resign myself to this little part of my home, which in the middle of a renovation at the moment. So, but yeah, so we've got a few. This was my partner's idea, making me feel welcome when I first came here. Anyway, so but the old pillows with the British flags on. First, I thought no, but. Yeah, so but but no. For instance, it's dark again, and again it's dark. It was sunny morning, but it's gone dark, and and this is the thing about condominiums. To talk about condominiums about Thailand, etc. But because in Thailand, etc., it's a 60-40 country. For instance, you spend 60% outside the country, rather than in Europe. Because the weather's so bad, you spend all your time in your house. A little time outside your house, maybe in your garden. So, for instance, I can't, and that's the reason why it's a waste of time staying and paying ridiculous money in a condominium. Because as soon as I wake up, my first thing is to push back the blinds and what do you call it? Open the window, and that stays, and the front door, and the back door stays open all day. Unless you go out. They have mosquito doors on, but other than that, you stay open all day. And so for instance, and that's what because you're out all the time. So yeah, for instance, but that's the reason why condominium, etc. You up on the land of the gods, etc. And you've got a tiny little balcony where you sit outside, where everybody can see you probably, and you can't. It's not like you can do much. Because you've got a tiny little balcony, but you spend half the time inside your little condo where you want to go out. Yeah, and but to go outside, we've got to go down the corridor, down the elevator, down across the whatever. Anyway, so but and you're paying ridiculous money, paying 4, 5, 6, 7 times as much as I'm paying. That is for your rent only. So please, don't get condos in Thailand. All right, okay. So let's move on. Football. Okay, so for instance, we got Kevin de Bruyne leaving is just heartbreaking. It really is. So I just I don't know what to say. And we'll talk about reminiscing now of his goals. He's not left yet. It's really he'll got only 7 games yet with him. Hopefully he'll stay for the Club World Cup. Even better now. So for instance, I hope he'll stay for that because his contract ends in the middle of it, I believe. But I hope he stays. What's it called? And help us with the Club World Cup. I beg we go hell for leather for the FA Cup and get it. Because I want the FA Cup for him. And so for instance, and I just because he deserves to be. He's the captain at the moment. He deserves to go out lifting a trophy, right? We're not going to get the Premier League trophy this year. I think he's up there, and it's somewhere around. But and I've met the guy. He's a lovely guy, family man, a role model, just like my favourite player, Rodri. A role model to a man, to the way a man should behave and provide, and the way he is. He never gets, never in the spotlight, nothing like that. A total and utter gentleman, family man, lovely guy, and I can always remember when we won the 4th title in a row. He bought everybody watches, and he bought all the rest of everybody watches, and came out of his own pocket. He earns a lot of money. What's it got? But he bought everybody watches to commemorate the 4 titles. And it was just this is the kind of guy he is. Not only is he an amazing footballer, absolutely fantastic footballer, and people reminiscing about his goals. There was the goal against for me was one of them was the goal which people are talking about against Stoke City, the 7-2 win. That game, I was there. I was on the second tier, and I was on the posh seats, the heated seats. I got a ticket to go and sit on the east side. I normally sit on the top tier, the 3rd tier, because you can look down on the entire the game. like you can do on television. I don't like sitting behind goals or whatever. I like to sit down so I can see the game. And he was, I was in the posh seats, and I was in the front row of the posh seats, and paid a bit of extra. Got a bit of a discount. That's the reason why I was there. And so, for instance, and it was a hell of a game. And I saw him coming down the right wing, right wing, and I saw him, and I saw that pass he did, for Sane, for instance, and it was just. Yeah, I think he cut out 6, 7 players. All right, Stoke wasn't the best team in the played. I don't care, but the passing is just amazing, and it's just incredible. The pass for Oscar Bob from Newcastle. But but when you see it live and you see him there, and it's just incredible. The movement of this guy, his passing ability to be able to find a player, just pinpoint the ball directly, and he's just a legend, absolute, legend. Words like legend, and and it's just getting banned and bound. Like a player can, have doesn't, he gets, you listen to Scousers, etc. That they like to use the word legend, and Arsenal fans use the legend a lot, So, but this guy is a phenomenon. He is one of the lifetime. It really, really hurts me to see him go, and I'm just really, I'm upset. Where's he going to go? They talk about Saudi Arabia, Neom FC, second division, and San Diego. I think San Diego. I believe they've ruled themselves out. So I think it was all kind of garbage. I think he might even take some time off. He's 34 years old. I think he wants to play, but I think he wants to play because he wants to play in the World Cup for Belgium. So, for instance, that's the reason why I thought he might stay for another season, because I think he'll stay in the Premier League. He'll never go to another Premier League side. I'm not quite sure, to tell you the truth. I'm quite surprised, really. That's the reason why I thought he might stay, because he wants to play in the World Cup next year for Belgium. So, and you got to keep your fitness up, But I think regardless wherever he'll go, he'll be in the Belgian side. So, but yeah, it's just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking, and it was really, really hard. For me, I saw LB. He had a Big Steve, GFCG, Typical City. All had I couldn't bear myself. It's taken me till this morning today to see it, to see talk about it, because it is really heartbreaking. It really is, Anyway, so let's move on from Kevin. So, bless you, Kevin. I really do. I'm going to miss you. The City Matters Club met with Man City, and they had a fruitful big discussion about the sounds of it, but there was no outcome. I believe the meeting again. The meeting again for. It must have gone where hopefully we can get to an agreement about the tickets situation. So my Korean girl got slagged off by some idiot so-called City fan, which is totally wrong. And this girl is more than welcome to Man City, and she's a lovely girl. I believe Big Steve was talking about her, and we've got no problem with foreign fans, no problem. It's the ones who go into our end with away shirts, with air clippers, and that kind of thing, etc. Those are the problems we have, not with foreign fans coming to see City. Right, let's move on. Okay, so the game. Got to talk about the game. It's we've got again. It's where's my information? So who we're going to play? For instance, what's the starting lineup? Will we City play? Let's start with the rags first. I believe Kobe Manu and was it somebody else, etc. was not going to expect it to play. So they could start off with. They like to play in a back three at the back, which would be good for us. So we've got to right a wrong. We have to right a wrong. This was the worst defeat of the season at the Etihad when losing to them, Matthias Nunes. But I can't bear it. What's it called to lose against them? No chance, no chance. This poor, pathetic, ridiculous football club, and we lose against them. Oh, just bad enough to lose in the FA Cup, and then going 1-0 up with Josh Guardiola's goal, and then for them to what's it called to win it on a penalty as well. Oh sorry, Fernandez and Dallo. Oh, it's just heartbreaking. So we've got to right a wrong. Got to win tomorrow. Got to win tomorrow. Even for Kevin, for fans, for our season. Got to beat this scumbag tomorrow. So they're expecting to be Onana in goal, Maserati, Delict, Euro in the back line with Casemiro. It's just so funny listening to these people. Mugati, and then you've got Dallo, uh, uh, Borgas, Fernandez, Garnacho, and Zertsky up front. Total, yeah, absolute garbage football club. Uh, so City, what's it called? We could also play three at the back if we push. If we could, if we're going to play the same way we played against Leicester, what's it called? Guardiola in the. I don't think we should do it. Have Edison and or Ortega. Edison would be good, and then you got Ortega, Diaz, and on the left hand side O'Reilly. I think he's more than I trust O'Reilly rather than Nunes on the left hand side, and Nunes maybe on the right. Uh, yeah. Gundogan's been playing amazing, but he also he's now played 2 games, so I can't see Gundogan playing. I think they probably could play Kovacic, Nico Gonzalez, Kevin de Bruyne. I'll go for the centre. I'm not going for Jack Grealish. Doku brings Jack Grealish on, and Savino with Omamouche up front. Yeah, I think I'll go for that one. 4-2-3-1. Yeah, go for that lineup. Yeah, but no, we've got to beat this lot. Really have. Again, but I've got to wait for the second part of Pep's press conference. There was all they were talking about is the game. Sorry, it was going with Kevin de Bruyne, which is understandable. But it'd be nice for us to find out. But he did say that there was no injuries. Saw Erling Haaland again, for instance, with his girlfriend walking freely. So again. Man City, okay. So City are favourites to win, which is no surprising then. They've got a game this week, which is weird, a European game where we don't. They're playing against Lyon. So I think it's their first leg of that. So that's going to be interesting to see if, for instance, Amarin said he's not going to rest anybody. I don't think he is. But yeah, I don't think he is going to rest anybody. But sorry, guys, I was just looking at the clock. Yeah, I don't think he's going to rest because I don't think he can't afford to rest. And who could they play? So yeah, yeah, Dallo, yeah, he's just started a bit. He scored that 90th minute. But other than that, yeah. Again, I'm just trying. You can feel in my voice. I'm just kind of like, oh no, again. So I'm just really upset about the Kevin de Bruyne thing. And it's just hurting. So I'm trying to get up for this game tomorrow, and I'm just like really down. We got to win the FA Cup for him. We really have. And sorry to go back on Kevin again. But I'm just upset, and yeah. So we've got to win the game. I want to see him play tomorrow. I want to see him go out with a bang and score. And yeah, we've got to win the FA Cup for Kevin. So, but no, I expect us to win tomorrow, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. 16:30 kickoff, 22:30 Thailand. But other than that, I'm going to get going. I need to bring myself up again tomorrow. Sorry, guys, I do apologise. But if you're a City fan, you probably understand. But it's he's not gone, he's not dead or anything like that. He's not. I know he's not. So I'm about to go. But knowing that you're not going to see Kevin de Bruyne in a Man City shirt is just heartbreaking. It really is. And this guy's been an absolute stalwart for City. Every time I see him on the T-shirt, I smile. you know, and regardless of his problems, his issues, and but I know we got to move on, and probably explains why Tiki's staying for another until the end of the summer. It's probably the reason why, you know, we've got to get Verts in, you know, whether we're going to get Verts who's staying and coming, I don't know. It's going to be a tricky one. But I hope we can get. We won't be able to replace Kevin de Bruyne anyway whatsoever. But you know, and we just got to be a different city. I know we've had to cope. We kept lose the loss of Aguero, David Silva, Fernandinho. Hopefully, he's coming back to work as a coach, and for instance, kept visiting company. But I know we move on. But it's been heartbreaking. Lovely message by him, by the way. Big up to your family, Kevin. Kevin, love you very much so. A role model, a real genuine human being, and we'll be very sadly missed. I'm going to get going. Sort of cat from Thailand. I'll speak to you tomorrow, and see a bit more upbeat tomorrow. Take care.